welcome to Halloween share number 3. Today we're featuring stamp sets from Hello Bluebird, and I think they have such cute images in these 2 stamp sets, and I hope you enjoy. So I stamped all the images in the Frightful Little Bits stamp set. I just actually adhered the entire stamp set to my Misty with some adhesive and stamp it on a piece of watercolor cardstock, and I'm using my clean color brush pens to color my image up, and we'll finish up the card. Once I finish all my coloring, I cut all my images out, and we're going to color our background first, and then we'll put the card together. For our background, I use Black Soot, Wild Violet, Carved Pumpkin, and Fossilized Amber, and we just blending the colors together to create a pretty bright spooky background. I said wild violet, but it's actually wilted violet. Then I added some water to my hand and just add some spritz of water to take over some of the color at the top. And I'm using a paper towel to just take the water away. Then I used the grid window die from Mama Elephant, and I cut it out in some black cardstock, and I'm gonna add an image to each of the square. Then we add the entire card front to a black card base, and that's it for card number 1. For card number 2, I'm using the same colors from card number 1 and creating my background first. Then I use the stitch rounded rectangles die set to cut out my background. And this little spooky tree from Tiflydesigns is actually an older die, and it's called Spooky Tree. And I added a huge moon cut from some white cardstock, and I'm gonna add my tree like so, off-centered. Then I'm adding the pumpkins that I colored from the stamp set, the first stamp set, and we're going to just put them around the tree, the bottom of the tree. Add some cute little bats that was cut from die set called Going Batty from Tiflydesigns. I'm gonna add those bats to the top. Add some leaves to my pumpkins. Add our little sentiment that says, "Hey pumpkin." And that will be it for this card. For card number 3, we're using the second stamp set, which is called Little Haunters, and we stamp a bunch of the images, and we're going to use our clean color pens again, clean color pens to color the images, and then we put our card together. I didn't like my little mummy there, so I'm gonna color him over, and some of the image I will do over because I didn't like the deep colors. But the fox we did keep, and I'm just using the pen, add some color, and then using my water brush to finish off the coloring. Almost forgot his little leg and leg and arm, or two legs on the side, but then I corrected it at the end. For this background, I used three unusual colors, which is Black Soot, Mermaid Lagoon, and Picked Raspberry. And I actually like the colors that came out with it. It's kind of a pretty purplish color once you mix the blue and the raspberry together. So I created my background, add some water and some Huey Shine. Then I use this Spooky Scene die from Hello Bluebird, and I cut the scene out in black cardstock. So I'm adding the frame first, then we'll put the scene together like a puzzle. Then we're gonna add the images that we colored. As you can see, the hedgehog has, is it the hedgehog or porcupine? I don't know. Porcupine. But I like him in this color better. So we're gonna add our rabbit, our bear, and then we have our little guy in the front. And then we're gonna use the 3 pumpkins that I colored from this set. Once I add all my images, I add my entire scene to a black card base, and that's it for card number 3. For card number 4, I'm creating my background again. I'm using the same colors from the card from the last card, and I'm creating a slimline card this time, and I think this one is actually my favorite. After I color my scene, my background, I cut out the slimline film strip die in black cardstock, and this die is from Whimsy Stamps, and I'm just using it now so I can know where to cut my spooky tree. And the spooky tree is from Tiflydesigns, and I cut 3 of the trees out in black cardstock, and I'm adding them in the 3 film frames for the card. The second one will go the opposite way, and then the third the first. So although it's the same tree, I cut just different parts of it, so it looks like 3 different scenes. And we're gonna just glue our film strip down, and then we're gonna add our images, add this whole scene to a purple card base, and our sentiment, and that will be it for card number 4. Card number 5, I had an extra image left, so I decided to create another card. I have this piece of cardstock that I colored with black soot, and I'm adding some water to it for some little sparks. And I used the die set from lawn fawn. It's called Stitch Party Banners, and I cut out one of the smallest guy in the set. Add 2 purple brads in the little banner holes at the top, and then the center circle came from that set also, and I just cut it in off-white cardstock. Add a little of the carved pumpkin distress ink to it, and we're just gonna add our little guy with the sentiment. Add a little of this carved pumpkin to the piece of pattern paper, which is from pattern papers pad from MFT. And we're gonna add the entire thing to a purple card base, and there wasn't much to this card. I also added a couple sequins to the seam, and that's it for my little cute little guy. And that's it for card number 5. So those are the 5 cards for this video, and I want to thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like this video if you like the cards, and I'll see you next time. Bye.